restoring Illinois to greatness. This is Illinois Rising, presented by the Illinois Policy Institute and hosted by AM 560's Dan Proft.
Dan Proft back with Pat Hughes, co-founder of the Illinois Opportunity Project, on this year in review for Illinois Rising. And it's prediction time, Pat, in 2017, or even we'll give you the whole cycle, the next 2 years. What do you see happening at the state level where, as we've talked about before, picked up a few legislative seats, did Republicans, and then we lost a statewide office holder in Leslie Munger, and we lost a congressman in Bob Dole. And it seems like the verdict is decidedly mixed at best, where it is decidedly rosy for Republicans in the Great Lakes.
So what the listeners don't know is that this was either going to be a prediction segment or you and I doing our rendition of Baby It's Cold Outside. So I think you've chosen the better choice.
Yes, I think I have.
I tend to be optimistic. You know, this was a huge year. Like I said, I'm a huge Cub fan, so I never thought that would happen. And Trump, that was incredible. So I'm gonna keep that momentum going. I'm gonna say that in 2018, Ronner is going to get reelected narrowly because I'm an optimist.
Who's the Democrat nominee going to be?
It's going to be, I'm going to go with Pritzker just because I think that would be fun to watch. It'd be like Batman versus Superman, that terrible movie that was just out.
Which Pritzker?
JB.
Oh.
JB Pritzker.
All right.
And I'm going to predict, because of the makeup of a different electorate, because there's some smart people on the outside looking in and some smart people working in the Republican Party, that we're going to pick up between 6 and 8 legislative seats in 2018. And I'm going to predict that that Trump keeps the Senate and keeps the Congress. I think we're going to see economic growth. I think we're going to see policies that are more traditionally tied to the American republic that the populace is going to like and enjoy, sort of a return to sanity. And I think you're going to hear a lot of wailing and rending of garments by Democrats and liberals and progressives as the country sort of solidifies itself back to what it was in our prior lives, and what, frankly, I think is more representative of the American people. So on this year-end holiday edition of Illinois Rising, I choose to be optimistic, and I think all of those things are going to come true.
You think Aaron Schock's going to be convicted?
He's going to get at least 5 years. At least 5 years. He's going to be convicted, and he's going to get 5 years. What he's done is, his defense seems to be, these were mistakes. These aren't mistakes, right? This was a guy bored with being a Peoria congressman who wanted to be a celebrity instead. And the only way for him to go from congressman to a celebrity was on other people's dime. And so I think he's going to go, I typically don't comment on these things in advance, but I think he's going to be convicted, and I think he's going to serve or be sentenced to at least 5 years.
And what about on the policy front? If you have those things come to pass, that rosy scenario that you've painted, then what does that mean for people's lives in Illinois? What's going to happen to make this state different than it currently is in terms of business climate, quality of life, cost of living?
So obviously the big ones, if you look at it nationally and how that'll trickle down into Illinois, if you repeal and then replace Obamacare with something that's more private sector based and remove the sort of lines of competition among insurers, then insurance premium costs will go down, and accessibility and the ability to choose doctors, I think, will go up. So I think the repeal of Obamacare will have an impact on people in the state of Illinois. And if the governor wins and we pick up more seats in the General Assembly, you're going to see different policies. You're going to see a different tax policy, lower taxes. You're going to see a real property tax freeze where property taxes will not go up. That'll signal to business people to come back into the state, that it's a more business-friendly environment. If that's combined with successful policies at the national level, including lowering the corporate income tax at the federal level, you'll see economic growth, and that'll lead to growth here in Illinois and the creation of jobs and people's lives getting better. I fundamentally believe, I'm a conservative first, but I'm a Republican because I think the policies of the platform are the best way, particularly through the free market, to improve people's lives. And I think if we have the chance to enact those policies and do it correctly, lives will improve in 18 and 19 and then into 2020.
Well, it's a wonderful life quality fairy tale that you've spun, and I hope it comes true.